Paradise. I will not consider Blue Velvet commercial, and there's a better version, the original version. But I would like to say in this context that I perceive the commercial as simply ridiculous, and do not understand anyway why comparisons are drawn to David Lynch always. Apart from the fact that I better say nothing about David Lynch, there's a documentation that says it all. I consider this reference was somewhat absurd. Furthermore, the three titles of Tropico, by the Electric, Gods and Monsters and Bel Air, because I will consider them in detail along with the short film in the 4th chapter. Right. I will consider the short version at this point only. I will go into the spoken text of the longer version on another place. The text. Quick and painless. The text is fantastic. He's like one of those so typical American road movies, of endless vastness and beauty. Dying young and I'm playing hard, that's the way my father made his life and art. Drink all day and we talk till dark, that's the way the road dogs do it, right till dark. Jim Morrison, him you have to worship. The first LP, the first song. You know the day destroys the night. Night it divides the day. Try to run, try to hide. Break on through the other side. Break on through the other side, yeah. The doors, break on through. Will there ever be such a first song on a first album again? What a feeling it must have been, 1967, to put on this record, and thus for the first time, first to hear Densmore, then Manzarek and Krieger, and finally Morrison. I can understand very well that you have to talk to him, who does not. With him the frenzy began, so long ago, so long repressed, but now it's back. You gave it back to me, before you slip into unconsciousness. I hear the birds on a summer breeze. I drive fast, I'm alone at midnight. Been trying hard not to get into trouble, but I've got a war in my mind. So I just write, I just write. I would like with you to hear the birds, would like with you to feel the summer breeze, would like with you to go on tour, would like with you to be alone at midnight, would like by you to be led to war. Only in this manner I will be able to resist. I'm tired of feeling like I'm fucking crazy. I'm tired of driving till I see stars in my eyes. It's all I've got to keep myself sane, baby. So I just write. The only thing that still keeps me is going on travel with you. The road is still long and will take us far into the past. But at some point we will arrive, and what awaits us then, who knows? I would love to be fucking crazy. I'm tired, I'm alone, but you, with one pretty song. The video. The video is divided into different levels. These are in order of appearance: Grant as a singer in different clothes, display boards with concerts of lingerie, Grant with 3 men, Grant with bikers, Grant with the American flag, the last minute of the video. These components are shown in different sequence during the video. I want to tell these different stories individually. Grant as a singer in different clothes. At the beginning she can be seen in a white dress with long curly hair and slightly shy, innocent, appearing performance. She looks very elegant, hands applaud her, the hands of the bikers. Thus she can be seen again for seconds at the end of the video. In the second appearance she wears a red dress. Disco balls can be seen. She's no longer just behind the microphone but has it in her hand and swaying with the music. But her facial expression does not look happy, rather introverted. The last appearance shows her in a yellow strapless dress. A shot shows her feet and her high heels in close-up. She sings in front of a curtain in a theater with small candles on the edge of the stage. The bikers are her audience again. This dress is a very elegant low-cut one. She is significantly more confident. The Satan gesture, Satan greeting, is celebrated by the bikers. Once again we see her to the end of the video as a singer in close-up. The jewelry from the final appearance can be seen. Now she looks directly into the camera, appears confident, laid back and relaxed. Got things straightened out. Display boards with concerts of lingerie. It starts with the Neptune and the world premiere, Lingerie. It's the Neptune Theatre in Seattle. On the next announcement, we see Lingerie in the opening act. The venue I have not figured out. I also have problems with the third venue where Lingerie appears as main act. Grant with 3 men. In the first scene, she stands in front of a pinball machine. Bent over slightly, with her hands she supports herself against the machine. She wears hot pants and a shirt. A rather scruffy affecting man stands behind her who plays with the pinball. They laugh. The mood seems to be in high spirits. In the next scene of both, he helps her out of a car. Both give a kiss of greeting to each other, 2 fists touching. Now again in front of the pinball. She hands him a cigarette backwards. She looks tempting. Both in close-up. Now she has the cigarette again, pulls on it, takes the thumb in her mouth and lies down on the pinball with the upper body. Don't break me down. He strokes her hair to the side and kisses her on the shoulder. Close-up of Grant as she lies on the pinball. He is no longer visible. She has dropped the cigarette in the previous scene, obviously. Very briefly, we see her in a close-up lying on the pinball at the end of the video once again. This time we see Grant in a terribly kitschy appearing room. She wears a turquoise dress, short and low cut. She has a large red ribbon in her hair. She sits on the lap of a big, heavy-set man, also rather scruffy affecting. He combs her hair. Her face seemed to be empty, absent-minded. The whole scene seems to be somewhat surreal. A brief close-up of the 2 heads, then one of the legs. Again he combs her hair, quiet and seemingly endearing. Does she like it? The feet in close-up, they dance. Now you can see that she is barefoot. Then the upper bodies of the 2. He is significantly larger. She looks fragile, but it seems to be tender as he embraces her with caution. She has put her arms around his neck. It seems to please her. In the next scene, we see her as singer in the yellow dress making the satin gesture. An extreme close-up follows in which she nestles her head on his massive chest. She seems to be anxious and desperate. Don't leave me now. Then the scene opens and we see both. She turns around and the scene narrows again on Grant. His hand strokes her hair back. Then we see both embraced closely. One of the lamps in the background dazzles. Again he strokes her hair. In its tenderness, the scene appears unreal, almost as if it shouldn't be. Leave me high and dry. Once again we see both at the end of the video for a short time. They dance facing each other in close embrace. He has laid his head on her shoulder. She envelops his neck with her hand. Thank you for listening.